Hello friends, welcome to my channel. So my dear students, today I will explain what are the different types of sentence and what is the meaning of the clause and what is the meaning of the phrase and what is the difference between clause and phrase and some important points about the sentence. So all of you look at this video. Within the short period you can betterly understand what is the meaning of clause and phrase. Okay? So first let's start. What is the meaning of clause? All of you know what meaning of the clause. A clause is a group of words which contains a subject and a verb. Look at this. What is the meaning of clause here? A clause is a group of words which contains a subject and a verb. Clause रे कौन थी वो? There must be a subject and there must be a verb. So, okay, so it can be a complete sentence or a part of the sentence. It can be a complete sentence or it can also be a part of the main sentence. So look at this example. Sita is a teacher. So here we can see this is subject. Which is subject? Subject is Sita and verb is. So we can say that this is a complete sentence. So we can say this is the example of a clause. Okay. Next, what is the meaning of the phrase? Look at this meaning. The phrase is a group of words in a sentence which don't contains both subject and verb. So what is the meaning of the phrase? Look at this. It is a group of words. It is a group of words which don't have a subject and a verb. In clause, but we have the subject and a verb. But in phrase, it is also a group of words, but it does not have any subject or verb. Look at, it has a definite meaning but cannot form a complete sentence. Phrase, it gives us the complete sense, but it does not have a subject or a verb. Look at this, a new car. If I will write car, new, a. This is also a group of words, but it does not give us any sense. So we can't say this is a phrase. Okay. So a phrase, what is the meaning of the phrase? A phrase is a group of words which don't contain subject and verb, but it has a complete sense. Lo, a beautiful woman in the playground. We can say this is a example of phrase. So, my dear students, I think all of you understand what is the difference between clause and phrase. Once again, I am telling you, clause is a group of words which contains a subject and a verb. There must be a subject, there must be a verb. But in phrase, it is also a group of words, but it does not have a subject and a verb. Only it gives the complete sense. Okay. Next, types of sentence. Already I have I have a video in my channel, types of sentence. But in short, I will say what is the meaning of the or what are the different types of sentence. We know the meaning of the sentence. It is sentence. What is the meaning of the sentence? A group of word which has a subject and verb and which has a complete sense. So types of sentence. Basically, we have three types of sentence. Okay, simple sentence, compound sentence, and complex sentence. All of you know this simple sentence. This is a simple sentence, compound sentence, and complex sentence. Then, what is the meaning of how can we identify it is a simple sentence? There must be one clause. Okay, all of you understand this. One clause means there must be a subject and a verb. And look at this example. Sita is an excellent girl. In this sentence, there is only one clause, and in clause there is a subject and a verb, so we can say it is a simple sentence. Then come to the compound sentence. Compound sentence means more than one clause and all clauses are independent. Independent means this sentence they are totally independent, they don't depend on any other sentence, so they are called the independent sentence. Look at this example. I searched everywhere, but the dog was not found. Look at these two sentences. How can we identify the compound sentence? I searched. A. I searched everywhere. Okay. Look at this. Once again, I am telling all of you. Compound sentence means more than one clause and it must be joined by a coordinating conjunction. But, and, or, these are the coordinating conjunction, and both clauses are independent to each other. If I will say I searched everywhere, it is also a complete sense. It is one clause. The dog was not any found. It is also a clause. How can you identify clause? Because there must be a subject, there must be a verb. So we can say that in compound sentence there are more than one clauses and they are joined by a coordinating conjunction but. All of you understood? Okay, next come to the complex sentence. Look at this. Complex sentence means more than one clause and they are more than one clause, one must be dependent clause and others is independent clause. Dependent clause and independent clause, look at the meaning. Dependent clause means they can't form a complete sense, they have to depend on independent clause, that is dependent clause. Independent clause means they can form a complete sentence. Okay, independent clause means that the sentence that must have the complete sense. Look at the example. He told me that his mother has arrived there. Okay, so compound sentence, how can we identify the compound sentence? If there the sentence is in the between the sentence there must be that, who, when, what, we can say that that is a complex sentence. Look at this. He told me, ସେ ମୋତେ କହିଲା ଯେ his mother has arrived here. So in this sentence, one is dependent clause and another is independent clause. Can you identify which is dependent and which is independent? Dependent clause means dependent means here this is from that his mother has arrived here. This is dependent clause because if we remove this part, he told me, if we remove this part does not have any meaning. Some meaning has been hidden. That his mother has arrived here. जे कि तार माँ पहुंच जे कि means that his mother has arrived here. This sentence does not give us the complete sentence. So if we join here, he told him. So we can say that this is a in complex sentence. He told me this is independent clause and that his mother has arrived, that is dependent clause, and our sentence start with that, joined with that, not start, joined with that. But in the compound sentence, the coordinated conjunction but is there, but here the relative pronouns like that, when, these, that, when, who, what, they must be in the sentence. We can easily identify they are the complex sentence. Okay, one of the another example is here. Mohan stayed at home when everyone was else at cinema. Mohan stayed here. This is independent clause, and when everyone else was at cinema. This is dependent clause. Okay, how can you identify here? The here this is the when is there, so we can say that this is a complex sentence. So my dear students, I think all of you understand the basic knowledge about the what is types of sentence, what are the difference between clause and phrase. I think all of you understand. In next video I will explain what is the noun clause and what is the relative clause. Before that you must have the clear knowledge about the clause and phrase. Okay, so thank you all, god bless you.